All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. All right, just going to go in quick on this champion water skier from Canada who was he was what was it? He was in Lafayette, Louisiana college. All right, and he just died of SADS. He was another sad young adult, about the age of 18. All right, Mickey Geller. And now his family's mourning his loss, not understanding that, well, it could have been due to the jump shot. More than likely it was. But that's just the Lord taking these people out because they don't listen to wisdom. All right, we told you, well, shit, not us, but the Lord, using us as a mouthpiece, said that these are the things you ought not to do. You don't, first off, the scriptures say not to cut into your flesh. It's a lot better to take herbs than to take modern day medicine, man. Or because, even some of the modern day medicine is like a synthetic version of the herb. But aside from that, it's a lot better to ingest your medicines. If you can't ingest them 9 times out of 10, you probably shouldn't be taking it. All right. It's either, you would have a wound and you would put it on your wound, or you would eat certain things that would help heal you, or you would go on fast that would help heal you. But yeah, man, this guy was a young man. He didn't even see the age of 21, and he died. He was in perfect health. Look at this, man. He got the gains, man. All right, It's a couple of athletes that have been having heart attacks or all of a sudden dropping dead. Look at Jamie Foxx is in better condition. They said the man was bleeding from his head, man. All right? And he was in perfect health. Now, that could be a little debated because he's a little bit older. But what about these young men that's been dropping dead? Pilots having heart attacks in the air, man. Things that don't even make the news, really. Because a brother, he was coming from a trip, and he had to stop. His pilot had to stop because he had a heart attack. They had to stop in New York. That's how the brother got to meet up with the New York brothers. And I believe the pilot ended up dying later. But, yeah. Due to what? Because they had to take a mandated shot that now isn't so mandated. And now they're about to come out with all sorts of other plagues and diseases. Some of them real, some of them fake, some of it fear prop, but some of it to keep this thing going so that you do what this devil says, man. But it's not about doing what the devil says. It's not about doing what the government says. It's about doing what the Lord said. Which one thing is that we are to somewhat comply. I'll say that because if those laws, they contradict what we believe in, then we can't follow it. We're not to follow that, man. We're supposed to stay on the straight gate, and we're going to be abhorred for it. But so what? At the end of the day, these people are just walking skeletons, literally. But they're just waiting on their mortality date, man. And they love to say, "Oh yeah, we're all going to die soon." These people don't want to die. They just say that because they don't want to be corrected. And aside from that, it's more tormentous ways to die, and it's more I'll say more benevolent ways to pass on, man. All right. Because at the end of the day, we all have to leave this flesh. But it's a way that the Lord is showing you, I don't want you to do this at all. The first thing is Psalms chapter 68. Verse verse 20. It says, "He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto the Most High God, the Lord, belong the issues of from death." So the Lord has power over the grave, man. Not Esau, not nobody. Like this man thinks he can prevent your death. If anything, he pushes it further, man. All right. And the scriptures break down that there's nothing wrong with passing on. If this is a sentence over all flesh. But once again, this man tries to prevent it, and he ends up causing your death even faster, man. And most of the time, he really wants to. Some of the time, he doesn't have so much control. But this devil actually knows what's the right way to do things to prolong a lifespan, man. To keep a longevity of your lifespan. So like, damn, I was covering the speaker. I hope you brothers heard me, man. But this devil, he knows how to prolong your lifespan. I'm gonna read that Psalm 68 and 20 again. But it says, "He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto the Most High God, the Lord, belong the issues from death." So only the Most High has the power of the grave, man. All right. You know, you had that young man. He died at the age of 18. You know, having not known what life is even about outside of college, man. You know, which is, you know, more than likely good, because he would have led a wicked life. You know, he would have been more than likely indoctrinated, well, already indoctrinated, but, you know, put into Esau's upper echelon of society and pushing more wickedness and making it look good. You know, so the Lord had to take his ass out. But, hey, when you go into this man's medicines, hey, it's nothing but pharmakia. It's witchcraft. You know, that's the reason why you get certain side effects from these things, man. Not just the jump shot, not just that this plague, this other plague that this man calls medicine that he put into a shot. You know, not just that, not just the V, but I just thought about True Blood, because that's what they did, and they were calling it V. You know, they were like, yeah, this vampire blood can cure things, but we, you know, just to make more money off of it, we're gonna splice it up, you know, and basically it basically cut it so that it wasn't so much of a cure, but it was something that people needed to get by, and they would have to keep on coming. It wouldn't be something that would cure all their ailments. But yeah, man, this young man, he passed on before his time, so called. All right. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 27. It says, "The fear of the Lord Yahweh is a fountain of life." All right. So just listening and obeying Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, having a fear that hey, he doesn't want you to do certain things, and he wants you to do certain things. You know, that's what's gonna heal you, man. All right. Because sin is really the plague to this flesh. And most of these people, they don't even know what a sin is. That's why they go by feeling. You know, like, hey, we can go on the grape. You know, you want to go on the grape. People think that that's a sin. You know, it tells you that adultery is a sin. It tells you that, of course, incest is a sin. And, you know, taking a fruit, meaning someone before their time, you know, which is pedophilia, those are sins, man. Or homosexuality. But when you go into that aspect of things, you know, that's not going on. But people go by how they feel. You know, just like when you go into the book of Judges. The men did what was good in the sight of their own eyes. But guess what? There's a way that seemeth right unto shit. I'm gonna read that, then I'm gonna go drop down to 27. But this is Proverbs 14 and 12. It says, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." So how do we know what's the right way? The scriptures. You know, you got all these memes online that say nobody really knows, but the scriptures tell you. And the scriptures have not lost, man. No matter what you say, the scriptures have not lost. There you go. It's eternal, man. It's eternal. But this is Proverbs 14 and 27. And it says, "The fear of the Lord Yahweh is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death." So this is the only way. There is no other way, man. There's no other healing. All right? It said the Son of Man had healing in his wings, man. You know, just by touching the hems of his garment. How he said by what authority? They asked him by what authority these things, man. And they asked him, how did he do those works, man? All right, it was by what? Keeping the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That is how Yahweh Shai was able to bear all those burdens upon him, man. Through the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we ought to obey that. This is the Most High never passed on. He tells you what's good for you as a father, man. You know, you go into that what is it? I want to say it's 1 Thessalonians, man. I think it's the second chapter. It's the second or the fourth chapter, and it talks about that the Most High corrected. You know, he uses men to correct you as a father doth their children, man. And it says that the Most High is as a father to us. And what does a father do, man? A father cares more than he cares about himself, man. You know, you hear all these stories how men would sacrifice all the, you know, although they would say they'll try to present the harshness of, oh yeah, this is what he did when he came home. Well, why did he do that? You know, he wanted his house to be in order, But he had to deal with a lot of shit. He was neglecting, certain necessity for himself at one point, or even not trying to big up, they like, oh, you trying to big up them. It's not about that, man. It's just that the mindset of a man is closer to the Most High than a woman is. And the thing is that a man is going to care more, especially a man after the Most High's own heart. He's going to sacrifice more because he knows that at the end of the day, it's bigger than him, which is what people don't get on this side. That's the reason why the woman can't understand being a servant. A servant understands that it's a bigger picture than me. Likewise as we're doing all this because we understand that this is way bigger than us. This whole book is about Yahweh Shai. We're just, Lord willing, we can be joint heirs, because we were serving in his stead, talking about his story in his stead, man. We're telling the world about him. All right, and how to follow after him, But this is really about Yahweh Shai, man. This is about Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And the more people ignore that, the further this story is going to get pushed, and it's going to come out, and it's coming out, man. This is the time of apocalypse, man, of the great unveiling and revealing. All right. Just like, hey, it didn't take too long for it to be revealed that taking this man's pharmakia will kill you. It will kill you. Shit. But I'm gonna read this verse 27 one more time. It says, "The fear of the Lord Yahweh is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. And the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the want of people is the destruction of the prince." And right now, people are in want. So you can't tell me that we're not in the destruction of this society, man. All right? Poverty at an all-time high, disease at an all-time high. All right? Homelessness, all-time high. And then the famine's coming. All right? The money is cankered. War is on every string. We're at the end of this man's society. And the reason why is because he treated nothing in balance. So now his whole kingdom is out of balance. And the Lord is coming to make every high heel low, right? The Lord's about to balance everything. He's about to balance the scale of righteousness and unrighteousness. But that's all I had to go in on. The guy name was Mickey Geller. And now he's in the spirit world. And I mean, he could have been a Jake, to be honest. He could have been a Gadite or something. That's what he kind of looks like. But either or, this is just presenting the fact that this place is it is not our rest. We are not in the new covenant, man. This is proof. Because if we were, there would be no more death. Death, where is thy sting? We have the victory through Yahweh Shai, but it's not made fully manifest. And that is true. Like, you can be a fool if you want to. Fool me once, shame on you. Like a brother said, he's talking about George W. Bush. Fool me, can't get fooled again. Shit. But with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakodash, Shalom, and Abba Ball.